Y'all remember that floor, whatever those little floor things are that Titus picked up at Home Depot the other day for the boys' bathroom upstairs? That's happening today. He got home from work and went up there and started being loud. At the moment, it's very cloudy and kind of rainy in the front yard, but in the back it's sunny. It's gonna be a loud evening. I just got finished giving haircuts this afternoon to Jonah and Manly. We also have a visitor from another planet.
Yeah, I'm fully geared. We had a crack in our tub upstairs and it started leaking, and I shut it down before it caused any major damage. I noticed it was leaking, so that's why we was having to redo the floor upstairs, is because there's a little crack in the tub in the shower. So I'm cutting it out.
You want some Reese's Pieces? E.T. phone home?
You got some Reese's Pieces?
No. No.
This is what we got going on at the moment. I'm having to cut it out because it's too wide to just take it out and come out the door with it. So I'm having to cut the thing in half, and I'm having to find my wires. On this side I got water lines, so I'm having to be real careful. I gotta cut this some more.
Oh dear, that's gonna be loud.
So when I seen that there was a little leak, I immediately shut it down. In other words, we've just been using the bathroom downstairs for showering and all. So, but anyway, you can see I stopped it in time, is what I'm saying. All this is still solid. I'm gonna clean it up real good, make sure everything's spotless clean before we put in another floor. There's not gonna be a lot of tearing out, is what I'm trying to say. Everything's okay. It's important if you got a leak out there in your tub, folks. I know a lot of times people get a little crack in their shower or their tub or whatever, and you just kind of let that go. It's best to not do that. Just, take the time to rip it out and fix it, because if not, it will cause a big, big problem. Sometimes you have to just stop the use of something so you can fix it later, and that's what I did. So now I'm making the time to repair this. I'm going to actually put a tub in here.
Alright y'all, first we're gonna get our potatoes in the oven. I've already got them washed over here. And I saw this in a Pioneer Woman cookbook for when you want to make the Hasselback potatoes. Tyler's doing movie quotes over there. Put the potato in between two wooden spoons like this. That way when you cut down the potato, they're all gonna be at, the same spot on the bottom, and you're not cutting through the bottom of the potatoes. I'm just going to put them over here in the pan because we're going to melt this butter to put over the top of them, so we don't really have to spray our pan or anything, because a lot of melted butter is going to be going on in there. Fun.
That's fun.
Making these potatoes. You just keep it in between these spoons, and then you just do thin slices. Pretty thin, Let me see if the butter is melted. Okay, I have 1 stick of melted butter in here because I'm doing 7 potatoes, so if you're doing less, of course, you'll need a little less butter. We're gonna add in a little bit of olive oil, about 1/4 cup, some salt and pepper, and we'll just stir all that together, and then we're gonna brush it on top of the potatoes. And I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese over the top before we put them in the oven. And they're gonna bake at 400 for about 50 minutes. What I'm gonna do, I think, I'm gonna take the potato, kind of spread it apart a little bit, and just pour this over the top. Make sure we get some of it down in between the potato slices there. Now we'll shake on this Parmesan, and I think I'll put some of the wood-fired garlic on here too. We'll just shake a little bit of this on, just a little. And that's it, they're ready. Okay, y'all, the potatoes are about halfway done. I'm gonna take some of this butter that's melted in the bottom and just brush it back on the top of them. And then put them back in. And we're gonna go ahead and start the pork chops. We're gonna do barbecue pork chops, macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna cook these pork chops in the frying pan instead of in the oven because we just like them better on the stove top. And then once they're done, I will put them in a pan with the barbecue sauce on them and put them in there to warm up the barbecue sauce. We're gonna use Kinder's Hickory Brown Sugar. And on the pork chops, I think we're gonna put a little bit of this caramelized onion butter and Steak King Chopped House Blend. And I've already got this pot over here for the macaroni and cheese. I'm just doing boxed macaroni and cheese tonight. Do I have some grated tomatoes over there, Cece? I think there are some in the fruit bowl. Yeah. The little tomatoes. These pork chops are still a little bit frozen, y'all, from yesterday. Should have taken them out of this pack and separated them. Okay, I'll turn that in. Pork chops, potatoes, macaroni and cheese.
And toy helicopters?
Salads and rolls. No, sorry, no toy helicopters on the menu.
Well, I got the shower out, everybody. We're gonna go with the cheap tub. Keyword, cheap.
Cheap.
Let me sit right here and speak. What are you doing? Figuring out fiddles?
Mom, what does this say?
Helicopter.
Helicopter bag?
He's coming in here to stir his favorite macaroni and cheese over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to absolutely not like this kind, but Fallon continued to buy it. Even though I asked her to buy the shells and cheese, she was like...
Them things was expensive. They still are.
So I just kept cramming them down my mouth. I love them now. If you just keep eating something, you'll start liking it.
I'm spreading this barbecue sauce on here, and they're going in the oven just for about 3 to 5 minutes, just long enough to warm up this barbecue sauce.
Did you ever show them the stove?
I don't think they ever saw the crack. I didn't want to give people nightmares,
I
Daddy.
would have had nightmares. You'd have jumped up
Yeah.
at night and sweat.
Right, I didn't want to do that
Heart
to
beating
them.
fast. I mean, that whole thing right there just about blew up in the kitchen. We used it till it could not be used anymore.
Yeah.
As y'all know, we do some cooking.
Can you move this rack down one, and then we'll put these pork chops in here. Move it down a crumb. No, not that far. Right there, yeah.
We keep this one right here really clean.
Oh, every time afterwards, it's like when you get a new car, you know?
We just
You
clean.
clean it like
We all
every
come in here as a family, actually, and just look at it as we clean it.
every time I cook on it, y'all. I'm cleaning it every time. Even if I don't use the oven, sometimes when I finish wiping off the stovetop, I open up and wipe down the oven.
Yeah.
Just in case, you know.
Just in case.
Just in case something tried to be like down in there or something, you know. I'm feeling claustrophobic. He buttoned that top button when he was up there doing that
Fiberglass.
insulation, or yeah, fiberglass, and it starts stressing me out. Like, how do you breathe?
I wear my top button
If
when-
a sweater gets on if it even touches the front of my neck, I feel like I might pass out.
When I'm getting up cows in the summertime and all, I button up my top button because spiders. Probably 2 years ago, we was getting up some cows and there was spiders everywhere. I mean, we was going through all kinds of stuff. There was a bunch of wild cows, so we was really getting through these woods. And now, I mean, I was hitting spiders like crazy.
Is this the time the wild hogs came after you?
No.
Okay.
I was on a horse on this deal. And, but I mean, I had spiders just landing all over me, and I wasn't worried about them because I was trying to get ahead of the cat. Anyway, everything simmered down, and we was going up in there, easing up the hill to find a few more. I just took my hat off because it was really pretty warm, and flipped it over, and I had a big old spider, legs and all. I mean, the legs and all was probably that big around, but the spider itself was probably, you know, about big as my thumb. It was a big spider, and he was right, I'll show you.
It's almost ready, Tyler. He's coming after this macaroni and cheese. You can stir.
I took this hat off right here, and the thing was curled up right here. And it was just
That's
real,
when that hat would have been no
real
more.
comfortable.
We have curtains ordered too, y'all. We had to order some because of how that's a 3-window deal.
Yeah, we're gonna have blinds and curtains. We're going with a more
Grandma.
farmhouse, grandma and grandpa kind of
Right.
vibe.
If y'all come to visit, just call us Granny and Pop.
Papa? What do you want, boy? Get the tail over here. You been bad? You ain't gonna come in here acting like you own this house. How y'all do? The top button looks crazy everywhere.
Yeah.
Fallon wants me to unbutton this right here so I can be more cool.
Well, not cool, but just not looking.
Have y'all ever seen a tater like it? Folks, this almost looks like a lobster. This is a poor man's lobster. And some of them right there just almost look like brothers and sisters.
And if you put that, what's that seasoning? Old Bay, on there.
There it is. Also, spruce up your Kraft 99-cent box of macaroni and cheese. Put it in a wood bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Well, we know that's good. What about the Hasselback tater?
Folks, I'm gonna move my sour cream around a little bit, and I'm just gonna go ahead. I've already you can put butter in those little pages. That's really good.
Crispy, a little. Yeah.
I like it.
You know what it's time for?
What?
It's time for the first snap clean of this year. 1, 2, 3.